What did we study in school?
Math, history, geography.
Some languages, that's all great. But when I cannot sleep at 2 a.m. because my mind is running, I don't know what to do at that time. Our children are unsettled. We just tell them, hey, relax, cool down. But we don't, or I don't know if they know how to relax or how to cool down. That don't worry. But I'm already worried.
Yeah.
Like if someone tells me don't worry, I don't know how
How
not
to
to
do it.
worry. We are not taught how to manage our mind.
How can breathing and maybe just 10 minutes of breathing change someone's life?
10 minutes of breathing every day helps to sleep better, reduce your stress hormone, which is cortisol, significantly, and then you are just a better human being.
Welcome to Level Up with Priyanka Shah, and I'm so excited about today's episode, which we are doing celebrating and honoring the birth anniversary of Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar on his 70th birth year. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and Art of Living became a meaningful part of my life since the past 1 year. I got introduced to the program just over a year ago when I sponsored the event when Gurudev was here in Melbourne. I got to meet him personally, be in his aura and his vibrations, and it somehow shifted something in me. I also managed to do the happiness program last year, and my kids have also been initiated into the intuition program by Art of Living. It is so fascinating to me that in today's world, which is so busy, so chaotic, these simple breathing techniques bring so much peace and calm to us and our minds and to everyone around us as well. And I'm so excited to be sitting with Vaidehi, who is an Art of Living instructor and a practitioner since the past many years. And she'll share her own tips, insights on what the program is, how we can benefit on it, and also share some simple techniques that we can take out of it that we can practice in our everyday life. So let's just get straight into it. Vaidehi, thank you so much for joining us today. So excited to have you on the podcast and to talk all things Art of Living. Um, Before we get into it, let's talk about what is Art of Living and what would you share with someone who doesn't know about it.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Priyanka, for having me on your
Pleasure.
podcast. It's absolute privilege and to share what I know with everyone else. So thank you so much. So for those who don't know Art of Living is a spiritual and humanitarian not-for-profit organization. It's a global organization and it was founded by Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar in 1981. So Art of Living, at hearts of it, it teaches breath, meditation, and wisdom. And it is over 180 countries now. And more than 800 million people lives been touched through these programs
Huge.
and service projects as well as the conflict resolution. So, to me, when I talk about Art of Living is a family. It's homecoming.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. It's beautiful what you've just shared.
Thank you.
Um, why do you think anyone who's not done it should do it, and how could they benefit from it or join by joining it?
Look, we are living in a time where we see the world. The world is unfortunately divided between aggression and depression. We see some part of the world where war is happening, and other part of the world where our youth is struggling with depression and anxiety, with what future lies for them. And if I may ask you a question, like, what did we study in school?
Math, history, geography,
Yes, and
science.
some languages, and that's all great, and it's all very, very useful. But if we really think about it, when I cannot sleep at 2 a.m. because my mind is running, and I don't know what to do at that time, right? And we have many of us like struggling.
Sure.
When I have heard many parents, and I probably have done it as well, when our children are unsettled, we just tell them, hey, relax, cool down. But we don't, or I don't know if they know how to relax or how to cool down. We say this very often that don't worry, but I'm already worried.
Yeah.
Like if someone tells me don't worry, I don't know how
How
not
to do
to
it.
worry, right? So that is a significant gap in terms of we are not taught how to manage our mind. I started teaching, and I'm so fortunate to meet these wonderful human beings during these programs. They are high achievers, they are successful, they are doing very well in their life, but they carry so much of burden, and nobody taught them how to let go of it, how to
Sure.
put it down. I met last year this wonderful gentleman. He was an engineer, and he came to the program because his wife sent him. So he was not there for himself, he was there for his wife. And he sat back of the room, and he was very polite and he did whatever is needed. But then on the second day, something shifted. At end of the session, he mentioned that I've never felt this calm. Maybe I experienced it when I was child. And then he added something that I didn't know, that it was possible to even experience something like this now. So that really stayed with
Magical is
me.
that?
Yeah, because we are like in a fight and flight mode all the time. It's kind of a rat race,
Yep.
and we've forgotten what is the quality of peace feels like. What is that calm? So to fill that gap and to experience the quality of peace, I think this is once in a lifetime experience that I highly recommend that everyone should learn this. You've done it. You've
Exactly. I was
done the
coming
happiness
to it.
program.
Yes, I've done it. And again, I think I just got called into it because I got introduced to this whole world of art of living. Gurudev went through Pratik Bhai, and when we sponsored the event, I got to meet Gurudev in person,
Yes.
be around in his aura, and it just felt so different, like being in that room with him and sitting next to him. And then few months later, I had the opportunity to do the happiness program, which I did. Again, none of this was planned. None of the it just felt like I was being called and invited
Golden.
into it. And I did it, and I really enjoyed it because I have been doing meditation, some form of meditation, since many years, but this gave a lot more structure to it.
Yes.
It just, like I was not following structures. I would sit and just be in my zone. But this brought so much structure, and it actually got so much calm and peace to me. So I loved it. I also got my kids initiated into the
Wonderful.
intuition program very recently as well.
Yes.
So going and literally last night I had my son watching Gurudev's video. And
Awesome.
so I am just so grateful for this program, for the experience that I got, my children are getting,
Yes.
and for what I'm sure there's great things ahead for us. So,
Absolutely.
and I really resonated with what you said is that, at school we get taught a lot of different things, but we are not taught how to control our mind. And that is so powerful because that is what we need in today's world where
Absolutely.
we see anxiety is rampant. There's people anxious about cost of living, they're anxious about the war going on, and they just don't know how to deal with it. And
Yes.
this simple thing, it's as simple as breathing, and which is what we do, but we just learn to live better.
Yes. And it's free of cost. It's literally
Exactly.
under your nose. You just need to learn to use it. Yeah.
Yes. I was really skeptical at first. I was like, how can breathing and maybe just 10 minutes of breathing change someone's life? But for me, it did. And I'm sure you will have so many experiences because you've been teaching this and practicing it for so many years. Do you really think that it can change someone's lives?
Yeah, and I strongly believe in it, and I myself is the living example of it. Because sometimes you don't have a luxury of a lot of time, and in that situation, even sitting down for 10 minutes, like when you come to the world, what is the first act that we did?
Breathe.
We breathe in, and that changed everything for us, right? That is the power of our breath. 10 minutes of breathing every day helps to sleep better, reduce your stress hormone, which is cortisol, significantly, and then you are just a better human being. And for me, when I look at myself, what has changed for me is my efficiency. My productivity has increased so much. I can do multitasking. As a mother, and it's Mother's Day coming, it's so important. All of us mothers do a lot of things simultaneously, right? So my efficiency has increased and I feel more present with whatever I do. When I'm with my daughter, I'm like 100% there with her. When I'm at work, I'm 100% there with at work. So that really helps with your quality of your life as well. So 10 minutes of breathing, yes.
Because it sounds so simple and it sounds like anybody would dismiss it. Nah, this is not true. But I guess people would only know if they experience this. I think for me, the biggest experience was the clarity because it just feels like I can see things, experience it much more clearly, and confusion is no longer a big part of my life. Maybe there could be some instances, but generally I'm very clear about what I want, yes, no.
Yes.
So I think I just loved the clarity it has brought to me
Yes.
in my life.
Yeah. And Gurudev says this, that breathwork and meditation brings clarity in the mind, purity in the heart, and sincerity in the action. And imagine having this in life, like
Yeah,
you're sorted.
exactly. It's a fulfilled life.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. And I think for someone, like, I think there's a lot of skepticism where if somebody is feeling overwhelmed, anxious, a lot of times they'll be like, I can't do this. It's not for me. I'll rather sleep. I'll rather distract myself with screen. I think distraction is a big bane of the day. So, any tips that you could share for them who have a lot of skepticism in them?
Yeah, definitely. Can we try and do something?
Yeah, for sure.
If can I ask you to make a fist?
Yeah,
You can make a fist as tight as you can. Tighter. You're at your tightest.
I
Yeah?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll keep it for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. You can let go. How does it feel?
Like stress in my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tight
Yeah.
as well. If you really see, this is what we do in our life with uncomfortable situations. We hold on to it for longer time. And what happens is we can't manage our mind. We don't know how to manage our mind, right? And because of that reason, we try to distract ourselves. People sit and watch Netflix, so
Yeah.
then they don't think about what they don't want to think about.
Sure.
And they probably retail therapy is another thing. We just go out and do the retail
Yes.
therapy.
Yes.
But how can you distract yourself? The thoughts is going to come back to your mind, right? So to avoid that, I think we need to address the root cause of it.
Okay.
And that is when meditation and breathworks comes in to help us in that situation and to learn to manage the mind.
Sure. And when you say about therapy, so do you think this can help undo the need of therapy? Like somebody who is going for therapy sessions to help them manage the anxiety or their depression, can this breath work and meditation help them and somehow get them rid of either therapies and medication that they may be on?
Yeah, so there is science has caught up with this spiritual gift that Gurudev given us about 45 years ago, right? There is a significant research, and the research is from like very elite universities like Harvard and Yale. And the research has been conducted in many different countries over 4 different continents with different population, different demographics, as well as different size and shapes, and they're all independent studies.
Okay.
The research kind of says it provides that the people who practices the sky breath, in them the response rate is about 70% is the remission rate for them.
Right.
And that is significant. And of the 70%, about 41% has a complete remission rate. So, yes, it's not the replacement of the therapy, but you can definitely take it as a supportive treatment with this evidence.
Sure.
Then there is people suffering from depression as well. There's about 68 to 70% remission rate in them as well within 1 month of practicing sky breath. And that is something, antidepressants start working in that time frame
Sure.
as well. PTSD is another great example, and there's significant research on it as well. People suffering with PTSD, they start practicing the sky breath within 6 to 8 weeks. They see the reduction in the symptoms. And then that impact stays for at least 6 to 12 months without even coming to the follow-up session. So
Right.
that is huge. So there is some significant benefits, and this is research, science-backed evidences. So yeah, definitely.
I would 100% like vouch on that. And I think this is for people who are already down that path. And for somebody who is practicing on a regular basis, it will actually even prevent them reaching to that stage as well, is what I feel. Again, I haven't seen the science or the research behind it, but that's a personal belief that I have as well,
Yeah.
that this should certainly be a part of everyone's life.
Yes, you're just learning to manage your mind. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
part of us,
Yeah.
absolute, and it's kind of running our lives.
Yes. Yes.
When you say sky breath, for someone who's not aware about this, can you share what is it? And
Yes.
if somebody, can we even show them a little bit how to do it?
Yeah, so sky breath is a trademark breathing technique called Sudarshan Kriya. Sudarshan Kriya was founded by Gurudev in 1981. He went in a deep meditation for 10 days, and then this is what he come up with that came to him. And then he started teaching the Sudarshan Kriya in a town, small town. And from there, now it has reached over more than 180 countries.
Wow.
So Sudarshan Kriya is rhythmic breathing technique, and it is very powerful that I just mentioned about all the research that we talked about. And I can't teach you that here, but we teach that in the happiness program of Art of Living. That happens over 3 days, 3 hours a day. So you need only 9 hours.
Okay.
And then the good part of it is that when you attend the happiness program, you learn the sky, you actually practice the sky breath meditation. And within the weekend, I shared the example of a gentleman. You see the significant change and you experience the quality of the peace as well. But the good part is you take home the home practice.
Sure.
So then you can do it yourself.
Right.
But then by all means, once a week, we have a happiness center, which is one of the first happiness center of Australia.
Right.
And you could come there free of cost. You can sit with the group of people and then you can practice your long breathing as well.
And where is the happiness center?
Happiness Center is in South Yarra on River Street.
Okay.
So when Gurudev came in 2024 to Australia, he mentioned really profound things that we want to get our hair done. We've got beauty parlors. If we have to get our, spa and any treatment, and we've got places to go to. But if I want a true happiness, where should I go? What is it? So this is the first happiness center in Melbourne, and it feels like home. It is very open space, psychological space, safe space, and we have regular meditations there. We have every weekend we have happiness programs. There are some advanced silence retreats happening there as well. So yeah.
So if anyone wants to get initiated into the happiness program, they can either go to the happiness center, or can they even learn it online or do it at home or get anyone to teach them at home?
Yeah, so Happiness Center is in the South Yarra, and we do have our websites and www.artofliving.org.au. You can find. We have centers all across Victoria and everywhere in Australia as well. So whatever is the closest location, you should be find something nearby, and then yeah, by all means, they can reach out.
Can anyone also get this initiated at their home as
Yeah,
well?
if you have a group of small group, 5 to 10 people, you can organize it and you can invite the facilitator to come and teach So you
Okay.
can have it for your family, your
Sure.
friends,
We'll
definitely.
definitely share Vaidehi's details if anybody
Yes,
wants to get initiated into it and they can reach out to you.
absolutely. Yes.
Um, I also wanted to touch base on children, how they can benefit from meditation, breathing. I know, as I mentioned, that I recently got my children into the intuition program, which looks very exciting and promising to what it can do for my child. It's very early days for me to see anything yet, but I'm very excited about it. But I would love to know more about it from you and your experience.
Yeah, and I'm very, very passionate about this thing that meditation is for everybody, right? If you are breathing, it is for you. So children's not excluded from it. And as early they learn it, it's they're learning to manage the mind. And nothing better than that because we know that that is something not the main curriculum or a core curriculum
Yes,
in our education system. And I'm really hoping that one day we would have that
I'm sure
up
it should
in
change.
addition to the numeracy and literacy. We should have it as a main subject. And meditation, like if you really see our children's today, they have screens around them, all around them, right? There is constant notifications every second. Forget minutes, like the notifications going every second.
Yeah.
I've got a teenager, 14 years daughter. The short videos, the reels, and if we look at there is a attention span today in teenager is only 8 seconds. 8 seconds, and the goldfish for them it's 9.
We've even surpassed the goldfish.
Yes. So can you imagine a child sitting, processing a thought, a feeling, a moment, and it's just kind of time is over. And what happens? The mind is not even processing all of that, right? It's happening like in a real time for them.
Yep.
So what happens is they start accumulating whatever they cannot process.
Right.
And that can be very not, we don't want to that situation, right? And if we really think about this, is when the children are not able to process their thoughts and their emotions, what happens? It kind of converts into the aggression or some sort of a negative feelings. So meditation helps with, as you said, about the clarity. First of all, their focus improves. It helps them with the clarity. And kids are at this age able to tap into their intuition. And what is intuition? Intuition is having a right thought at
At
the
the
right
right
time.
time.
Now,
I learned it from my children because when they
yeah,
asked me, because when I got them to start it, they're like, I was like, we're going to an intuition session. They're like, what is intuition? I was like, I don't know how to explain it to you.
yeah,
But then they went there and they're like, Mama, you know what intuition is? It's the
yeah,
right thought at the right time. I was like, yeah, that's right.
absolutely. And like it's we call it gut feeling or sixth sense, all of that word. But if you don't experience it, you're not gonna understand it. So very simply put, intuition is the right thought at the right time. And imagine having that for our children. They're making friends. They can make the right decision of who they want to be friend with.
Yeah.
If they have a clarity in their mind, they can make the right decisions
Yeah.
of whatever the big moves they are taking, whatever the steps they are taking forward in their life.
Yeah.
And above all, they learn to manage and regulate their emotions.
Yeah.
And I think that is significant
It's
for
so
children.
important. Yeah.
Like when our children's growing up, we teach them brushing their teeth and taking shower. We teach them about physical hygiene, right? For me, children learning the meditation, it's learning to regulate their emotions. It's the mental hygiene. It is so important.
Absolutely. And I think as they grow, especially when they get into the teenage years, peer pressure is a big thing. Being able to, because I think it's peer pressure where children get misled and take the wrong decisions, they're in
Yes.
wrong company. And that is so important for them to know what's right for them and to make those right decisions. And if there is something out there that can allow my child to do better in these situations. Like
Yes.
nothing better than that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. So important. Again, I would encourage every children to get into this intuition thing, and
Yes.
I'm excited to what it has in store for my kids.
Yes. You should do the podcast with them.
I'm sure. Like
And
we recently saw this podcast on the Art of Living app
Yeah.
with this child called Nitya,
Yes.
and she's done the intuition and the things that she is able to achieve. They're like she can close her eyes and see if things are lost, and she'll know where it is.
Yes.
She can move objects with her mind as well. And my kids were amazed. They're like, "What? She's
Yes.
moving objects with her mind." I was like, "Your mind is an incredible thing and it can do anything.
Anything.
There's nothing that your mind can't do, including moving objects while you're sitting here."
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and
And those are the byproducts, right? Ultimate outcome is not that you're able to move the things, but what is most important is having right thought at the right time.
exactly,
And then that you take the next step.
yes. And I think for them, it is so exciting to see the possibilities because
Absolutely.
they are like really thrilled and it is motivating them because I like, remember, you want to get your
Yes.
mind to powerful, don't forget your practice.
Yes.
Because like for
Yeah.
them, it's like, yeah, all these exciting things.
Yes, yes.
So
And they learn the consistency and discipline part of this process as well.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. But it's amazing. I also want to do some practical things,
Yes.
Vaidehi.
Mm.
Um, is there maybe a 60-second breathing technique or anything that we can show our viewers that they can take home with them, even if they've not been part of the art of living?
Yes, definitely we can do that. And this is my favorite one. We call it straw breath.
Okay.
So we breathe in through our nose and then we breathe out through our mouth as if we are breathing out from the straw.
Right.
So I'll just show you and then we can do it together.
Let's do it.
So breathe in. Breathe in again. And breathe out in the straw through your mouth. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out through your mouth in the straw. And relax. How's the mind?
So calm.
Yeah. And this is the control breath through very slow, gentle, and controlled breath. 5 to 7 breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, and as if you're breathing through the straw. So that way, when you're breathing out, it is long, it is extended,
Right.
and also it is slow and controlled. So when you have an extended long breathing, what it does is activates your vagus nerve. And that's the switch off for the stress.
Right.
So that's what we just did. It's so simple, but so profound.
And that's like 10, 20 seconds. That's it.
Yes. And if you do it like for 60 seconds, you'll really see the difference. You can practice this with your children. You can do it anywhere. You don't need a yoga mat.
Yeah.
You can in the train or you are just sitting at your desk, but just, coming home from office, just practice for 1 to 2 minutes.
This is so simple and easily done. And
Yes.
oh my God, I can feel that calm in my
Yeah.
chest right now. So I would highly encourage everyone to try this and very simple one for sure. Vedi, I'm very curious to know again a very technical question, but what is happening with our nervous systems today? Because see people being anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, and that's more common than what I remember seeing it like maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah. So, you agree with me that most of us are going through the fight and flight mode. There is some aspects of the stress in most of us these days. And the spectrum of the stress is someone is completely losing it
Right.
to having a breakdown and having a panic attack. That is the extreme scenarios, right? Most of us are not in that boat. touch
Right.
wood.
Yeah.
What happening is that we are sitting with our family for a dinner and you're physically there, but your mind is somewhere else, either thinking about
Very
something or
common.
other, right? That is a type of stress as well,
Right.
right? You are at a beautiful holiday destination, but you're not able to relax because you have something bothering in your mind or something is in your mind, right? And these are not the personality challenges. This is actually showing the signs of the stress
Right.
in our nervous system. And if you think when you are in stress, what happens? Our mind is all over the place, right? But when we say mind is all over the place, mind is at two places.
Yes.
It's either in the past or in the future.
Future.
And when mind is in the past, it has, we might glorify our past, right? We had beautiful time or childhood, or we might have some sort of regrets, or we feel sad about our past, right? Or grief comes up. So those are the negative emotions. And when we think about the future, there is always hope for the future. But in most of us, it's either fear or anxiety. And this pendulum or this vacillation of our mind between the past and the future is, for some, it's very quick, and for some, it's still happening in some pace, right? And this constant vacillation of mind causing this stress hormone cortisol in our body. So when someone asks what happens to our nervous system, I don't say our nervous system is broken, it's just depleted because the technology is just moving so fast. We are constantly having notifications,
Yep.
a lot of screen times, and also now with the AI.
Yeah, we're not able to keep up with
Until
it.
now, we heard automation.
Yep.
Now even delegations been done by AI. So the CEO in the office have automations and delegations done by the AI, but their people or people reporting into him, their things is also automated and delegated, and it's just tracking down.
Yep.
So it's fast forwarding everything, and biologically, our nervous system is just exhausted. It's not coping with what it meant to do with this change and the things coming up. So, yes, it's not broken, but definitely depleted. And again, coming back to the sky breath, Sudarshan Kriya, it really helps you because when you are taking the long, deep breathing, rhythmic breathing, it kind of controls and takes out and cleanses the nervous system.
Sure. And it restores it to its original glory that it should be functioning at.
Yes, absolutely. And another thing, part of Sky Breath and in Art of Living, Gurudev emphasizes a lot on seva, which is service. And then the other thing is the satsang, being in a company with the like minded people, chanting and singing as well. And if you really think about it, that's what our great grandparents
They did.
and our grandparents did. So it's a bit of a reverse engineering. And with this modern, fast paced life that we are in, we have quietly eliminated all of this. Being in a company with our loved ones, having that family gathering,
Yep.
singing, chanting with each other. And when we are doing that, part of it, it is those are the luxuries nowadays to me.
I agree.
And with this modern life, fast-paced life, we've quietly eliminated that.
Yep.
And that is what is happening with our nervous system.
Sure. But you know what? Like, I get what you're saying, but a lot of times what I hear from people is that, oh, yeah, this is true, but I don't have time for it. I'm so busy. I can't do it. I can't do this practice. I can't do all these require. How do you deal with that? And what do we say to these people?
I hear that all the time. I hear that all the time. And we have a like twice a month at the Happiness Center, the free introductory meditation sessions. So we will lead them to experience the meditation so then they can see how it's helping them. And we hear that all the time. But it comes down to that one decision, right decision at the right time.
Yeah.
And that you can take the horse to the well, but the horse has to drink the water itself, right? So, yeah, we can only recommend and sowing the seeds in them.
Yeah.
But ultimate decision has to be on that person.
What I think again, I try saying things to people, not everybody will take it, is people say that I don't have time, and that's what they bring into their lives, like that scarcity mindset. But if you take out time for yourself, and as you said, that once we do this, we become more efficient. Like I could be doing 10 things in a day and I'd say I don't have time. But when I'm in control of my mind and I'm in control of my emotions and my nervous system and everything, I can do that, spend time doing that, and then be so productive that I can achieve 15 things in a day rather than 10.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And when I was new mom, I was a teacher then, and one of the Art of Living teacher told me this, which resonates with me. And I was not having time. I was struggling, but I really was craving for this practice and I wanted to do it. And I just had a chat with him, and he said, if you're not getting to do it once, do it twice. And trust me, I increased my practice time and it changed. Times, I don't know how it happens, but time slows down for you to get whatever you need to do, whatever you have to achieve.
I agree. And I think time is a mental concept. It's not real. So it's what you believe it is.
Yeah. And also sometimes it comes to the urgency of it. Everyone nowadays understands that meditation and breath work are not like a luxuries like it used to be 30, 40 years ago. It has become the necessity.
Yeah.
People do have opened up a lot about it, but I feel that with that openness, also the urgency plays a critical part, that how urgent it is for you, because we do have time when we need to be.
Yes.
We do prioritize things for us.
Yes.
So it comes to then urgency. And it is very important for that individual to know for their own selves how urgent this is for them and their family. Because I like to add this too as well, that when you practice meditation and breath work, when you practice the Sudarshan Kriya, it's not just that only you get benefited out of it. It is the people around you. And when you do the consistently for some time and longer time, you will see people will come and tell you, you're doing something different,
Yeah.
because people will start noticing the change in you, which is so subtle that, sometimes you yourself would not realize it. Yeah.
True. Is there something like, are we able to delve a little bit deeper, maybe into a 5-minute morning routine that people can follow, or what would it look like if they are doing the practice?
Yeah, sure. So for 5 minutes, I would suggest bellows breathing. So in olden days, the bellows, they used to put in the air in it to spit out the fire. And that is something you do it. So you take the inhalation and then you have a forceful exhalation out. We call it Bhastrika Pranayama. So Bhastrika Pranayama really helps you to clear out your lung and then energizes your body and sets you up for the day. You can do that even after work. So 3 rounds, about 15 to 20 Bhastrika. And when you do it after work as well, I call it's a yogic coffee. It's really energizes your system and it clears out the lung. So I highly recommend to practice Bhastrika Pranayama. They can more than come for the free introductory session as well to learn it, or the happiness program.
Sure.
It's very simple and takes only 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
And if you learn the sky breath meditation, the home practice that I mentioned, it's 15 to 20 to 25 minute max that you need in the morning.
Sure.
And then you'll
To
be
do the
able
full
to.
thing, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and I agree because I've been doing it. Again, I try to be consistent. Sometimes you'll drop off in between and you'll pick it up again. But yeah, it's around 20, 25 minutes in the
Yes.
morning. But it really sets me up for the day. made sure I did it this morning because I wanted to be
Yeah.
set up for this.
And you're absolutely calm and collective.
Yeah, so nah, but I really enjoy doing that. And
Nice.
now my kids have got their own practice to do, so we
Yeah.
try to do it together.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So that's really nice. And is there anything that we can share for the kids? Like, is there anything the parents can do with the kids?
Yeah, and this is what I used to practice with my daughter. Now she does it her own practice. But when she was little, you're just lying on your bed, and kids loves imagination. So you put your hands on your stomach, and as if the balloon is you're blowing into the balloon, you're just taking a breath in, and then your stomach is coming out, and then you just let go where your stomach is going back in. So just imagining the balloon and then putting your hands on your stomach and taking few long breaths. And then kids probably straight away fall in sleep as
Okay,
well.
right, nice. So just do it with them, and
Yeah, and it's a good bonding activity with your children as well.
I'll try that. I
Yeah.
haven't been doing that, so I'll
Yeah.
definitely try
Yeah.
that. And Vaidehi, before I let you go, I really want to know what your definition of a truly successful life is and what does it look like for you?
Yeah. Whenever I get asked this question, I just take a pause because it has shifted for me. Before it was more having a good job or doing some business or having dream house and then having dream car, which is all great and fortunate enough to tick off some of those. But that goalpost is constantly changing. So, what I realized is that for me, the successful life is something when I wake up, I am at peace with myself. Whatever it is, I do have problems. I'm not perfect, but I'm at peace with myself. And I'm able to serve and I'm able to help others.
Right.
And then whenever I'm with my loved ones, I'm present 100% with them. So, present in doing, present in being with the family, and that is the success for me. And Gurudev says that true success is that undying smile on your face. And
That's
that
beautiful.
resonates with me very much. That any favorable or unfavorable situations, I'm able to keep and maintain my smile, not to show the world, but it just comes naturally when I'm with my people and with myself. That is true success for me. And when I teach, and now I see the other side of the story, when I see people getting that smile back after decades that they've not able to or hold on something, and then they get their smile back, it's so rewarding. It's achieving anything that I've achieved so far. It's just much more than what I see on the other
That's so
side of it.
beautiful.
So that is, yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. That's inspiring, actually.
Thank you.
No, that's wonderful. I hope we can all achieve and reach that stage of being at peace with ourselves and kind of, like unfazed by anything, really. So, now thank you for sharing. And I would highly encourage everyone to experience the happiness program at the Art of Living. And 45 years, it's been a long time since Gurudev has been sharing this wisdom that he has received. And yeah, just hoping and praying that everyone in the world can benefit from that. So, whether he has kindly agreed to show us what the morning routine and Vastrika looks like, which you're sharing us about. So, yeah, whether you can lead us and we can do it together and show it to our viewers and they can
Yeah,
take it
sure.
with them.
Yeah, sure. You can sit on a chair or you can sit in a diamond pose. Um, we keep our loose fist close to the shoulder blade, your elbows comfortably touching your ribs. And you can keep the eyes closed, but I keep my eyes open here. But you can take a normal breath in and breathe out. Take another deep breath in and let go. And we together, we breathe in, hands goes up in the air, and we breathe out with a bit forceful breath out, and we'll give a little tap to our ribs. So we'll do it one more time. Breathe in and relax. So when you're doing the practice at home, you probably do it 15 to 20 rounds. And then, yeah, and then rest for 30 seconds. And then you do another 15 to 20 rounds, rest for 30 seconds, and then the third round. And after that, keeping your eyes closed, you can sit cross-legged or on the chair, and then you just observe your thoughts for a few seconds, but whatever it is, and then you're ready for the day.
Perfect. That was so helpful. Thank you for sharing that. And hopefully, you can all practice it. And do share if you experience any changes or notice any improvements.
Thank you, Priyanka, for having me. And we're also celebrating 70th birthday
Yes.
for Gurudev and his vision of violence-free society and stress-free mind. So being part of this vision, it's just absolute pleasure. And thank you for the opportunity.
My pleasure. Thank you for
Thanks.
coming. Thank you.